Today's Focus Report takes us to the dry and desert regions of the Middle East. Sandstorms have long been known to cause chaos, blocking out the sun in the middle of the day or simply leaving passenger jets grounded on airport tarmac. But the phenomenon is becoming more and more common, with both the effects of global warming and local conflicts having an important impact. Our colleagues at France 2 television report with Alex Jennings here at France 24.
A wall of sand and dust comes crashing over this Egyptian city. In a matter of seconds, this peaceful stretch of the River Nile is engulfed by the cloud. Only a few decades ago, sandstorms and dust storms were few and far between in the Middle East. But not anymore.
There's sand everywhere. If you put your hand down, and there's so much dust on my hand.
They're capable of bringing a country's economy to its knees.
Uh-oh. About to be engulfed.
Or stopping traffic in its tracks, like here in Kuwait.
It is officially dark. The sun is blocked out by a sandstorm. Oh my God, you can't see anything.
So why is this impressive meteorological phenomenon becoming so commonplace across the Middle East? Let's find out. In northern Israel, a dust storm is fast approaching.
You can see how dust is now. During like 20, 25 years, I don't remember.
For this cable car operator, such a disturbance is something new to factor in. Here, near the border with Lebanon and Syria, dust storms are becoming a part of everyday life.
I feel that it's a little bit, harder to breathe. Pregnant women or people with respiratory problems, or very old people, they should stay at home as much as they can.
They have adverse effects on people's health and are harmful to the economy. So scientists now want to know why these dust storms have become so frequent and intense. Further down south in Israel's Negev desert, this observatory also houses a weather station. They have a few answers to our questions.
And you can see it's still on the horizon because it takes time for the dust particles to settle down and sediment.
High-tech probes and measuring instruments help monitor the evolution of sandstorms in these vast and open landscapes. But recently, even for these weathered scientists, the scale of these recent storms is just something else.
That's the biggest I've ever seen. Increasing temperature, decrease in precipitation, and so increased desertification. Arable land becomes drier and, very crusty and easily being broken by any wind.
Vegetation in the Middle East has decreased by 30% over the last 15 years. But this alone doesn't explain the sight that people were met with in September 2015. A storm to top all others, and an entire region engulfed. The dust storm claimed the lives of 12 people and left hundreds of others with breathing difficulties. In Jordan, planes were grounded, choked in a cloud of dust. It left meteorologists baffled. How could a storm of such unprecedented proportions, visible even from space, come about? Some scientists think they may have found the main culprit, the war in Syria. With the conflict came a mass exodus of people, bringing agriculture to a standstill. And with no water reaching the land, the ground became arid and crumbly, more likely to be picked up in the wind. It's a theory beyond doubt for some scientists. Their proof, a reconstruction of the 2015 storm's trajectory, showing the ancient city of Palmyra along its path.
A lot of military activities happened a few months before and creating a lot of small particles that will be able to be uploaded to the atmosphere.
According to a UN study, the weather forecast for parts of the Middle East is grim. Within the next decade, countries like Iraq could endure up to 300 days of sandstorms every year.